Yeah, it's all laid out in statute.
Yeah, it's statute.
Statute tells you exactly the term that you can borrow.
Section 7.
I think you really have to look at the big number, that's what we're bonding.
Yep. Got it.
So it'll be broken in a bunch of pieces, but,
Okay.
okay?
Great.
Couple other things, just to add. As of Friday night at 7 PM, we closed the books. It was good working with nobody here. Nobody could interfere with, so somebody tried to get in on the accounting system, it would have messed us up. So it was best to work that afternoon and get it done, completely done. So things look pretty good. I have somebody from the state coming in, the earliest is August 31st, to look at our balance sheet, and our balance sheet looks good. We had considerable turnbacks. We had our revenues exceeded expenditures by a good number. And free cash, as an estimate, it'll be a pretty decent number. I hate to throw out a number, because I never know what the state's gonna do or not do. But I'd like to think, based on my calculation alone, that it could be anywhere from as low as $650,000 and up to $900,000. So that'll help the
Okay.
capital plan.
And the process for getting it certified is state comes out here, goes over the books, you file a bunch of paperwork,
Yes, exactly.
and,
She's on vacation next week, otherwise I would have had her a week earlier, so.
well, I mean, the key date is we need that,
We'll have it for town meeting. Last year we had it at 9th, so I'm sure we'll have it by the first week of September.
okay.
Very good.
Any other questions? Thank you, Joe.
Joe?
Thank you, Joe. Thanks, Joe.
I think this is in good summary form. Perhaps we should adopt this for future.
Yeah, I'm gonna
Yes.
keep that.
Okay, great.
I'm gonna make a change on the estimated receipt sheet that I give Greg monthly and he shares with you. I think it's, instead of confusing everybody with what was collected in real estate, I might break it out so that you can see, well, for the current fiscal year, this is what we collected, this is what we committed, and then I will show separately what we collected in prior years, which, fills up that number and adds to cash.
Okay. Next item on our agenda is to consider the town-owned land. Mr. Belconis.
You recall from the last meeting with 3 parcels. First was some properties along Main Street that Attorney Senior had indicated extent. You're going to hear back from him in terms of survey, adding those parcels and coming back to us. We do not have that as,
There's been no communication with him since last meeting?
no.
Wasn't he gonna come back the 13th of September? I thought this one was gonna be too soon for him, along with the other people from Rustling.
Yeah, the residents from Russ Lane, we did receive, as they had promised, a copy of the trust agreement, and we did receive copies of the residents' deeds. We did forward that information to Attorney Capola, who's our tax title attorney, specifically to look at the legality of those restrictive covenants and as to whether they survive the tax title taking process, because that seemed to be the key issue in terms of determining the property. Hoping that we can answer today, we do not. So the remaining parcel was the land on Juniper Road, and council has gone through and just a motion in terms of what the board had directed at its last meeting. And if you were to vote it and establish a bid price, we'll proceed with the offering of the land for sale.
So we have to determine a minimum bid price, is that,
And I can tell you, a second.
Hmm?
Do
The Juniper Road valuation on the property is $35,200.
It's what?
That's the
30
assessed value
right.
as of,
$5,200. And the land was acquired in 1998 for tax structure.
Could you refresh my memory as to what number 5 is here? To waive the provisions of Mass General Law 40A, Section 6, pursuant to its 9th paragraph.
Wait a second.
The motion.
Just check.
are we waiting on you, Greg?
Yeah, I'm gonna go look it up. I thought I had that information here at my hands. I don't. So if you give me an opportunity to look it up. Heidi, are you here on that issue, on the land parcel?
No, but it helps, 48A, section 6 is how the zoning act relates to grandfather lots.
So if we're waiving the provisions, I'm trying to think. So that's the, not on the
Yeah,
thing
no,
before
as long as-
1945 and 5,000 square feet
Right,
and
yes.
all that sort of stuff. So if we're
No,
waiving
I was
those.
just here for, if there were any
Yeah.
questions on all the warrant articles.
No, but that's good, but that's what 48, section 6 is, but I don't know what the 9th paragraph is. But here's the provisions. In and of itself,
Excuse me, with that in mind, are we looking to waive the grandfather rule?
But, no, I'm trying to find out what the meaning of that.
Trying to find out what that section
I'm trying to find out what it
9th
does.
paragraph says.
I mean, I think what we talked about was number 1. Anyway. I just recall, because we had perpetuity in there.
If I may ask, should that read non-buildable lot versus non-building lot? Non-building lot implies there's no building there, which might still be true, but if it's non-buildable, says you can't put a building there. Number 1.
Yeah, that's a double negative. Subject to the following conditions, that the lot not be used in and of itself as a separate non-building lot. Is that a double negative? In and of itself, not be used as a separate non-building lot, which means it would be a buildable lot. Should not be used as a
Yeah, that's,
non-buildable,
you're right.
right?
Yeah.
Right? It's a double negative, which makes it a positive, which makes it
I think
buildable.
Not, I mean, you can read it.
No, I'm looking at number 1.
Oh, it was just,
Yeah. you came
I was
to the right.
looking,
But look at it, that the lot not be used in and of itself as a separate non-buildable lot. So if it's not gonna be used as a non-buildable, that makes it buildable,
separate buildable lot.
right?
Yeah.
So it should be that the lot
This is it.
be used.
I think you keep the first portion as it is, but in
Yeah.
one, in and of itself as a separate
As a building.
build
Building.
lot. Take out non-building.
Right, just as buildable. We want it as a buildable lot?
Further subdivision.
And shall not be combined with any other adjoining land.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Oh, okay, so this is to waive the provisions. All right, what this does, what it does is it basically requires them to waive the grandfathering of the lot, if it is grandfathered.
So we're waiving the waiver of the grandfathering lot.
To waive, in other words, shall not be used to waive the provisions of this. So let's say shall not be used to waive the provisions. Which means it would remain grandfathered.
Hmm.
Just, can you read me paragraph 9?
Yeah, the record owner of the land shall have the right at any time, by an instrument duly recorded in the registry of deeds for the district in which the land lies, to waive the provisions of this section, in which case the ordinance or bylaw then or thereafter in effect shall apply. So that's a current bylaw would apply. That's if they waive it. So they have the right to waive the grandfathering, to have the current bylaws apply.
Right. I think all we need to do is change the word waive in number 5 to,
Apply or?
Yeah.
Apply,
yeah.
to apply the provisions
The
because.
lot shall not be used to,
Who are you
Not be
referring to as
used.
they?
whoever's the successful builder.
Yeah, whoever the
Bidder
bidder is,
on
the
the-
owner,
Okay.
the owner of record.
Alright.
So, that the lot not be used to waive the provisions.
Wait, it's just a wrong word,
Right,
waive there. It's the lot not be used
So
to.
take out the wave.
Apply the
Apply,
provisions?
No,
Yeah.
because basically
That
we
was
would
what I
want them, we
chose.
would want the current bylaws to be in effect. We wouldn't want it to remain a grandfathered lot. The whole idea here is not to have the 5,000 square feet minimum with 50 feet of frontage.
But that's what 40A, section 6, paragraph 9 says.
right.
It says that the owner of record has the right to waive all the previous sections here, which is the grandfathering.
So yeah, the words apply. I'd
In
say
other
the
words,
word is apply.
They can give up their grandfathered rights, and in doing so, are now subject to the current bylaws.
Right, what we want to do is not allow them to take advantage of that paragraph.
Oh, I would think quite the contrary.
Contrary, I think, yes.
If this is a buildable lot, and by the way, I think it could be because of the way the paper street is structured, they could come in from School Hill if they wanted to, because it was away on the map, but technically they could buy, unless we say it's not buildable and all the rest, but technically it's a buildable lot if they want to do the improvements on the infrastructure to get there, because it does meet the minimum requirements. It's more than 5,000 square feet, but if it were just 5,000 square feet with 50 feet of frontage, they could build under the grandfathered rights. And what this does is this allows the owner of record to say, you know what, I don't care about the grandfathered rights, I'll waive all that, maybe because they want to combine it with another one, or they don't ever want it to be built on, whatever they want to do. But what paragraph 9 does allows them to waive the grandfathering rights. What we're saying here is, shall not be used to waive the rights for the grandfathering. So why would we want to do that? To allow it to continue to be buildable, or grandfathered.
The town council inserted this?
Attorney Capola, our tax title attorney. It's the standard language that is used on all the other remaining parcels. I think the intent of it is to maximize any revenues to the town.
Well, it depends on what you determine to be maximize the revenues.
Right.
One-time,
Right,
you have a
one-time
one-time
revenues.
windfall
Right.
by having it a windfall,
Right.
you know, a buildable lot, and then you have a house with 3 kids and cost you forever.
Of course.
Excuse me.
I don't think, I think that whole sentence has to be rewritten.
Yeah,
I don't see,
So, there's no hurry on this. I think we just need some clarification on the first one, where
Yeah.
that maybe this should read that in and of itself as a separate buildable lot,
Mhm.
since we're saying up front that
It's
the
not
lot
to be.
not be used.
Right.
You know, it's a double negative on the first one.
you know what,
And then a
I'm thinking,
clarification.
Steve, that this probably should be, 1, that the lot not be used, A, B, C, D, and then 2, some paragraph dealing